Yeah, hi there. These comments are for CC, and I am Michael, and I'm going to listen to your integrated speaking practice test number 4. So let me download it right now. Okay, here we go.
According to the article, Titanic was considered the safest ship ever built. Unfortunately, it sank on April 14 of 1912. The speaker describes what happened that cold night. It was a beautiful night. All the passengers were having a great time. At 9 o'clock...
Okay, now your T sound, your T consonant sound, you're not pronouncing that with enough air. It's time. We're having a wonderful time.
Captain Smith told the officer, let him know if anything became doubtful. The speaker mentions that the icebergs were virtually invisible. At 11 o'clock, a warning...
Why were they invisible? You're getting to a good point. The icebergs were invisible because the sea was calm, and it would be difficult to see the iceberg with no waves breaking at the base of the iceberg. That is an idea you need to more completely explain.
From the Californian stating was received. However, the message was ignored.
Yes.
At 11...
That's another important idea. So the crew members and the captain ignored the ice warnings from the California.
40, a hazy mass was seen in the near distance. An iceberg was in front of the ship.
That's right.
Despite the first officer's order to change the ship's direction, the iceberg hit it. Therefore, Titanic sank.
The iceberg hit it. No, the ship hit the iceberg. It's better. Icebergs typically don't hit the ship. It's usually the ship that runs into the iceberg. But why did the ship hit the iceberg? So there's an important fact here. The Titanic was traveling at about 22.5 knots. So it was moving very quickly, which means it didn't have enough time to steer out of the way of the iceberg because it was moving so fast. Now, there's another idea, is the crew members in the lookout. If you listen to the lecture, I need to read you something here. I'll go right to the lecture here. The crew members, where does it say here? Okay. It says here, the Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee stood in the crow's nest acting as lookouts. Their binoculars were misplaced at Southampton, which would make seeing anything difficult. So this is a key idea. So there's really several ideas you didn't completely explain, which means you're having some problems with your listening comprehension abilities maybe. You did talk about it would be virtually invisible to see the icebergs, but you didn't say because there would be no water breaking at the base because it's a calm sea. That's important. You didn't say that the Titanic was traveling at 22.5 knots per hour, which was also important. And you also did not mention the fact that the binoculars had been misplaced in Southampton, and the crew members were not able to use them to look for icebergs. So those are some key ideas that you did not say. Okay, so then the question is, what is your score for the TOEFL? So I think your biggest weakness right now is topic development. You simply left out some of the important ideas there. So I'm going to put you at about 2.1 out of 4, which is 17 points out of 30. And you can click on the rubrics here to understand a little bit more about your score. Now, in addition to that, if we look at the syllabus for our class, if you go to page 9 and you take a look at it, a 2.1 is going to put you at 75% on this assignment. All right, so thank you for completing the integrated speaking practice test number 4 in our class.